Hi everybody, I'm Miss Wykes. I am one of the 5th grade online teachers and we're going to do some yoga today, and I'm going to do it with you. I'm outside. It's a beautiful day out today. I just want to let you know that I've only been doing yoga for a year and a half, so I'm not an expert. I'm still practicing. But I want to share some things that I've learned with you. We're going to go through some yoga poses. Some of them are going to look really familiar to you. You've probably already done them. But we're going to go through. I picked out some of my favorites. Maybe because of the way that we do them, or maybe because of the names that they have, because yoga poses have some really cool names. So we're going to start with a butterfly. So I'm going to come back. Whenever I do yoga, I do it barefoot. It helps me to grip the ground a little bit, because yoga is about balancing, about stretching, about breathing. So I always do it barefoot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch out a little bit by doing the butterfly. The soles or bottoms of our feet are together. Our knees are bent and out to the side. And we're stretching out our legs. So you can hold your feet and you're going to push your legs down so you get a nice long stretch. You can use your elbows to stretch them down even farther. And one thing that you have to remember is that with yoga, we want to make sure that we're breathing as well. So we're breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. Nice and slow. Yoga is supposed to be relaxing. So breathe in and breathe out through your mouth. You can hear the birds chirping. So maybe it's going to be nice enough for you to do this outside. And this is a butterfly. So you can bring them in, relax them a little bit, and then do the butterfly stretch again. Give that nice long stretch in your legs, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Okay, next we're going to go into one that I think you might have heard of. It's called plank. In yoga, we do a lot of planks. It helps to make sure that our tummy gets nice and firm and gets lots of muscle and stretched out. So what you're going to do is you can start on your hands and your knees. Your hands are nice and flat. And then you're going to take your toes, you're going to curl them under, and you're going to go up straight, almost like you're going to do a push-up. Most important thing to remember is you want to stay as straight as you possibly can. So you want that booty down. You don't want to arch your back, but you want it to be nice and straight, in a nice straight line. Good. Remember to breathe in and out. And you can come down on your knees. Good. Let's try that again. Up on those toes, nice straight line with your body. Breathing in and out. And that is called a plank. The next thing we're going to do is called a downward facing dog. And I'm actually going to start with a plank, and then we're going to go into downward facing dog. So what it is, start on all fours again, hands flat, right below your shoulders, not way up here, right below your shoulders. Curl those toes under, go into your plank, and then a downward facing dog is you're just going to push up, your booty in the air, and your arms are going to be nice and straight, and you're going to feel the stretch all the way down your legs. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. The goal is to try to get those heels down. I don't have very good flexibility in my back of my legs, so this is something I really struggle with. And then you can come down to plank, nice and straight, and then you can go back up to downward facing dog, nice and straight arms, booty up in the air, feel that nice stretch in the back of your legs. come back to plank. Now we can put our knees down. We're going to go right into our next yoga pose. So you're going to have your knees kind of apart, your feet together, and you're just going to lay back on those legs. This is called child's pose. You can reach out with your hands. You can rest your forehead on the floor. And you can feel it stretch all the way up the side. It's called child's pose. Okay, let's come up. I'm going to teach you another one. Actually, two at the same time. One's called cat. One of my yoga instructors calls it Scaredy Cat because it looks kind of like a scaredy cat. So you're going to be on all fours. And what you're going to do is you're going to tuck your chin to your chest and you're going to round your back, just like a cat does when it's scared or when it's hissing. So it rounds up. Really round that back. And this is called Scaredy Cat or cat. And then we can go right to what is called cow. Cow is almost the opposite. So you're going to arch your back. And your belly is going to like hang down like a cow. So you like relax your belly, arch your back. You can lift your head up, stick that booty out. And then we can go back to cat, Scaredy Cat. Round that back. Tuck that chin, make sure you breathe. And then arch. Back to cow. This is cow. Now, if you remember, we're going to go back to child's pose. So knees kind of far apart. And then lean back. Stretch out your back and the sides. Now we're going to see if we can put all of that together. You ready? All of those, except for butterfly. So we're going to start with plank. We're going to go to downward facing dog. Come back to plank. Do some cat and cow. And then end with child's pose. Okay, so we're going to put it all together. Ready? So get on all fours. Here we go. You're going to tuck your toes because we're going to go into plank first. So arms nice and straight and strong. Lift up. You want to be nice and straight, like a straight line down your back. Breathe in. And out. Now you're going to push back into downward facing dog. So the booty goes in the air. Arms are straight. Try to reach those heels to the floor. Breathe in and out. Now come back to plank. So nice and straight. Let's bring our knees down. We're on all fours. Now let's try some Scaredy Cat. And cow. Let's try that again. Let's do cat. And now cow. Now let's do some child's pose. So sink back on your feet, reach out nice and long, and stretch. And you can come up. Good job. Let's try that one more time, and then we're going to stand up and do some poses up standing. So, start with plank on all fours. Ready? Get up on your toes, nice straight back, nice and strong. Legs are straight, arms are straight. Now that booty's going to come up and we're going to go into downward facing dog. Up. Try to reach those heels to the ground. Make sure you breathe. Let's come back to plank. And put those knees on the ground. Now we're going to do some cat and cow. Let's do cat one more time. brown cow. And now let's do child's pose. Reach back, stretch out those arms nice and long. Good job. Now we're going to stand up and we're going to do a couple of my favorite standing poses. One of them is called tree. So it's really important to have bare feet because you're going to have to get some traction on your legs. So what you're going to do is one leg has to stay nice and straight. It's your supporting leg. It's going to be strong. The other foot, if you can, you're going to try. You're going to bring your foot up, rest it on your thigh, if you can. My pants are slippery. And balance. Now if you have a lot of balance, what you can do is really be like a tree and you can grow those branches nice and tall. Oops. Losing my balance. You can also put it down here by your foot. Good. Now let's try that out with the other leg. So balance on whatever leg you weren't balancing on before. Tuck that foot in. Pick a point in the wall right in front of you to balance. And if you can, reach those branches to the sky. And if you really want to try your balance, clasp those hands together. Remember to breathe. And then come back down. Good job. Okay, now we're going to end with what are the warrior poses, and they're my favorite because we're all warriors, especially after this year we've had with online learning. You guys have been doing awesome. We're all warriors of online learning. It's great. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through our warrior poses. There are 3, actually 4, that we're going to try. So for warrior, you are going to, almost like a lunge, so your feet are separated. They're pointing straight that way. And your arms are going to go straight up to the sky. And this is called Warrior 1. I know my hands are kind of out of the picture. This is Warrior 1. We're warriors, dragon warriors. Now we're going to go into Warrior 2. You kind of turn this back foot out, and your arms go straight out, and you look over that hand that's in front of you. And then, I'm going to have to back up a little. Warrior 3 needs lots of balance. I'm going to back up. Warrior 3, it's almost like Superman. You're going to balance on your one leg, and your arms are going to be straight out. Your back leg's going to be up in the air. So balance. And keep that back leg up. That's Warrior 3. And then we have what's called Reverse Warrior. So if you are, like in Warrior 2, with your leg turned out, you bring this back arm down, and you just bend almost backwards, sideways. That's Reverse Warrior. So those are all our yoga warrior poses. Let's go through that one more time. So both feet facing, you're in a lunge. That front leg is a little bent, back leg is straight. Your arms are straight up to the sky. That's Warrior 1, I am the warrior. Warrior 2, you turn that back foot out just a little bit away from you, and you bring your arms down. One's in back of you, one's in front of you. You look out past that hand in front of you. And then it's Warrior 3, the hard one. I'm going to back up a little so you can see. Both hands are going to go up, and my back leg is also going to go up, kind of like Superman. And then if I come back down, my back arm goes down, that straight leg, and I reach back for Reverse Warrior. Good job, you guys. That was fun teaching you some of my yoga that I've learned. You guys have done an amazing job. We're all warriors. Good job. I hope you all have a great, fantastic summer.